Hello and welcome to the Family History Foundation's YouTube channel, and today we're going to be looking at a very popular topic. What is bigger, Europe or the USA? You can check us out online at familyhistoryfoundation.com and like and subscribe to this channel to give us some support. And here we go. So let's explore what is bigger, Europe or the USA. Actually, what we need to do is factor out our equational question so that we are comparing apples to apples and not apples to oranges. Europe, can mean at least two different things. The short answer is that continental Europe is 1.04 times as big as the USA. Complete stats below. However, consider this. Technically, there are two Europes. Europe, the continental landmass, and the second is the European Union, which is considerably smaller than the actual continent that bears its name. A union that threatens to get smaller in the upcoming years thanks to Great Britain and other countries. The first Europe is geographic. The second Europe is political. Notice the map below that's coming up. Of the EU, which does not include many European nations such as Belarus, Switzerland, and Norway. And if you want to learn more about the flags of Europe and even flag maps, you can head on over to familyhistoryfoundation.com. It's a cool place to be. So check out this slide here, which is of the European Union member states, taken from Wikipedia, and all of the blank sort of white space there in this continental map of Europe shows you that the sort of landmass size, if you include the European Union or continental Europe, how it actually can be different. In that sense, if we compare the USA to the European Union, two geopolitical units, then we get one answer as to the relative sizes. Even then, it's still not apples to apples per se, because the United States is a singular country and the EU is a conglomerate of member state countries and is therefore incongruent in this case. Hey, that's just politics. By contrast, if we compare the USA to continental Europe, we will arrive at a completely different answer because continental Europe is much bigger than the European Union. The scale is much more in Europe's favor as a continent when compared to the USA. So, let's check out the numbers. The United States has a landmass of 3.8 million square miles. That's 9.8 million kilometers squared, with a population of 325 million people at the time of this recording. The European Union has a landmass of 1,728,099 square miles, with a population of 510 million people. The EU has 28 member states at the time of this recording. Continental Europe has a landmass of 3,930,000 square miles, approximately 50 European nations. In effect, the answer is that the European Union is half the size of the USA, with twice as many people. However, continental Europe is 1.04 times as big as the USA, or in reverse, the USA is 0.97 times as big as continental Europe. And this is what it looks like when we compare the United States and continental Europe as landmasses. They are pretty much identical. So you can see these images here, one of continental Europe and one of USA, kind of overlaid in different ways, and they're relatively the same. And I've taken this from a page called mapfight.com. The net effect of the question of what is bigger, Europe or the USA, they are basically both the same size. Continental Europe being a fraction of a percent larger than the United States. However, I loathe to factor Russia into this equation, as I do consider its federation a part of Europe. So if we include Russia, the largest country on Earth, then it would contribute to about 66% of Europe's landmass and is larger than the European Union itself by 2.2 million square miles. Russia weighs in at a whopping 6,612,100 square miles, which would buff out the flexing capacity of Europe to 10,542,100 square miles. The images used above come from MapFight, a cool site dedicated to comparing all of your favorite continents. They have interactive drag-around continents that you can reposition and even gives you comparative data. It was kind of a cool place to go and do some research. So that concludes our little lecture info here on what is bigger, Europe or the USA. And for more information or more fun blog posts and ideas, you can head over to familyhistoryfoundation.com, like and subscribe to the channel here we got, and you'll be updated for any new releases. So basically converting a lot of my blog posts into YouTube videos. So I hope you enjoyed this, and cheers.